Good morning, this is Ignasi Bonet, speaking on behalf of Generalitat de Catalunya, sharing this presentation with Alex Garate from Brisa to explain you our experience, our success case in this collaboration about optimizing data management to improve energy efficiency in public buildings of the Catalan government. The Generalitat of Catalunya manages several buildings around the country. And a problem we had is that most of the sensors or most of the systems deployed to manage any energetic issue about these buildings not always was reliable, not always was correct. Sometimes there was some misfunctioning of the sensors, and we have a lack, we have a problem, so we have a challenge solving all these information problem and extracting data and information just to optimize this management of these buildings. So we have a challenge optimizing that use and improve energy efficiency in public buildings. We need predictable, reliable, and smart energy management. How we can solve this challenge? No, go on, please. We need a team. We need to co-create a solution between Generalitat de Catalunya, in this case, main body of this managing of the buildings, infraestructures.cat. This is the enterprise at charge of managing these buildings. And through the project GovTech4All, with the collaboration of GovTech, you know, because they have addressed you several times, and I took part, which is a technological center. We define this challenge, and we find a provider able to address this challenge. In this case, it was Brisa. Please go on.
And what we're going to show is from the different parts of the collaboration process that took place for around 6 months. We're going to share with you the main insights, both from Generalitat side and from Brisa side. So what the both of us have learned of these different steps.
Let's begin with the point of view of Generalitat de Catalunya and how we began all this process. Our start point wasn't it a real challenge. We had a problem and we had no solution to address this problem. So we must define which kind of solution could solve our problem. And this design must be co-created with a provider that at this moment hasn't the solution developed. Alex?
And yeah, from our side, just some pieces of advice of how to tackle that. It is a long process. It took about 2 months with 2 different deliverables. The first one was anonymous, where we have a design contest where 3 solutions were selected. The 3 first or best validated technically solutions were selected. Then came project defense. So you have to in a call you have to explain what are the key points of your proposal, and in order to deliver a final of this design contest and a final proposal to get a winner. Along this process, I think a piece of a recommendation is we need to identify what are the needs of the client. For us, it was critical. It was we have a product, we want to get this product in the market, but it is a good chance to fit this product into the process or into a problem that Generalitat was required. So that I think that's a key to take into account, and in order to get what we got a contract for the design of a pilot.
At this point, we must say that we don't have contracted a solution because there is no solution deployed. In other cases, when you contract the solution, you know that it will be a schedule in which there will be deployed several phases, in which you know that at the end of the project, your solution will be running, and if if all was well planned within the scope that that was defined in the beginning of the project. This is not the case. We must design the solution. We only have contracted the one that seems that could deliver this solution more quick and with more talent on the table. But there is no designed solution. So we must co-create this innovative solution adapted to our needs. We have to design the solution. We need spaces in which to share which are the needs and which are the abilities of the solution that must be deployed.
That's it. In our case, we had a technological solution already prepared. So we have already a technological core design, but it was critical, this co-creation process with the technical team of infrastructures, the .cat. I think it was one of the keys of the end result of the process, their involvement in making sure that our technological core was useful for their needs, their specific needs in terms of energy efficiency. And I think we have to identify that also as in our business case scenario as an early adopter of our solution. So maybe sometimes we think that the best approach of our solution is the way we have it, and then as we come to a co-creation process with these expert teams in energy efficiency, we realize that some amendments or so process needs to be redefined so that they get what they want. Okay.
Just to put it in a sentence, Brisa was aware, and we have talked and make laugh about it with Alex. They weren't a provider with a solution in search of somebody that has the problem to solve. We have people with a problem, and the provider is able to find a new solution. And this is a very important approach to how to solve these co-creation processes. The co-creation precisely is based on the trust between the challenger and the solver. We need to establish clear rules, milestones, and how we are able to validate advancements or to pivot the project. We are leading in a direction, but if we detect that this direction is wrongful, we must have the enough ability to turn our direction and to adapt to the reality that the project and the problems are putting on the table. We need to validate the results just to solve phase by phase the uncertainty inherent to this kind of projects.
And I think we are in line with what Leonard mentioned before. So we are providing we were providing a technical solution and a technological solution, AI based, but the process was successful thanks to this trust building through collaboration. So I think that's the fact that we were providing a solution, solving a real problem. I think that's key. It's not a pilot. We do not need to solve all the problems of a public administration. We need to solve problems for real. So we need to make sure that at least one of the challenges addressed needs to be solved. They need to identify that, okay, this solution can solve our problem, or at least this problem. And this is made through, as we mentioned, through collaboration, through building trust. After this pilot, we've been presenting the co-creation process in at least 2, 3, 4 events where together with Generalitat de Catalunya or infrastructures.cat, we've been working together, Brisa and ourselves, Brisa and them to show and to show how we've been working together. In fact, they're our commercial agency as well. So they are telling how this process worked together, and this is thanks to the trust that was created along the process.
So in which point we are now. We can say that nowadays we have the solution of our initial problem. We have a minimum viable product, an MVP, that could be deployed as a service in the premises of infrastructures.cat. So we must scale the solution. Now we can say we can contract the solution. This is good news. The bad news is that public administrations follows public procurement to achieve this contractation. And this is another long story to be told. But it's just a sweet moment in which we can know what we must ask to in the public tender. This is a great step for us as a public body that needs to contract with within some rules that the uncertainty inherent to the innovation makes very difficult to achieve.
Yeah, from our side, it was the process was very useful for a recently created startup as Brisa that has a solution that can be adapted to a real challenge from a public administration. Now the challenge is how to make this pilot that the people from Generalitat de Catalunya and Infrastructures.cat, they were happy with the solution. Brisa was happy with the process. Now the challenge is how, through the public procurement process, how we make that at a scale. They have a network of 6,000 buildings to be monitored. This solution, our solution, was tested with 400 of them. Now the challenge is a procurement challenge, which in this particular case of the contest process, there was no scaling phase included. Sometimes there is a scaling phase included, but and this suppose a problem on how we accomplish the next step, which is critical for startups such as Brisa. Like you have an early adopter, and then you want to scale that with them and scale that with other companies. So now that's our challenge.
And just as a final comment from the Generalitat of Catalunya, we are not only concerned to solve our problem, which is the main challenge of this project, but I think that we always aimed, and I hope that Brisa could confirm that our hope is that this solution for our problem could be the solution for other problems for other customers, other administration or other private corporations. So this is not searching only to contract our solution, is to give a new opportunity, a new market to startup that I'm sure that will be happy if not only have one only client, which is the one that contracted this pilot, but to open a whole new market that they may be rich in a short future.
Yeah, that's true, and I think it was for us. It was as soon as we approach all the clients, public clients or private clients, with the work that we've been doing, co-creating with the Generalitat de Catalunya. That's a very good good start for us. So we thanks the Generalitat de Catalunya for this opportunity, because they were our first early adopter, early users of Brisa adapted to this energy management process. So I think it's a good opportunity. I mean, I have a last piece of advice. It requires effort to get into a pilot with a public administration, with a pilot such as GovTech4All initiatives, but the end result can be very enriching. So you can have good access to good clients and good access to a reliable process on co-creating your product, which is very useful. And I think you have good partners. You can get good partners on this process. And I think that's about it.
That's it. Thank you, Alex, Ignazi.